Hello, and welcome to the Stream of Chaos. My name is London Carlisle. I am your keeper of arcane lore for tonight, and we are here to play Call of Cthulhu, Harlem Unbound. Now, Call of Cthulhu has some great campaign settings for it. You know, there is your traditional 1920s. There is modern day Cthulhu. There is Cthulhu Dark Ages, which I'm particularly fond of. But tonight, with Harlem Unbound, we are taking you to the Harlem Renaissance. It's going to be a great time, and we're so happy that you have joined us here for this, whether you're watching on YouTube or watching live as we film this on Twitch. Hello to everyone in the chat. Fun fact, we also have the creator, the writer of Harlem Unbound in the chat with us tonight. So if you have any questions about the setting, about the system, you can ask in the chat if you're watching live. And players, if you have any qualms about tonight's scenario, it's fault, not mine. Don't blame me. Just kidding. But no. So we're playing Harlem Unbound, as I mentioned. You can grab this from the great old ones at Chaosium. So thank you for putting out this wonderful game. There also in the chat will be a code so that you can grab your own copy of Harlem Unbound with a discount. So please put that in there, and you can get your own copy. Before we go on to tonight's horrifying, terrifying night of horror, I would like to introduce you to the wonderful cast of players that we have here. So, if you please, tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight. Let's start with Briana.
Hello, everyone. My name is Briana. I'm also known on the social medias as Utahime Cosplay. I'm a cosplayer, streamer, and TTRPG performer. And I am playing Nina, but better known as Queenie Whitaker. And she is a dancer at the Cotton Club. Let's see what shenanigans she gets up to tonight.
Fantastic. Awesome. Who would like to go next?
I guess I'll go. Hi, guys. My name is Jesus Rodriguez, part of the Fanable Podcast Network, a podcast that's been going on for 10 years and playing a bunch of different role-playing games because, I don't know, we got no life or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. And today, I'm playing Pedro Mateo Ortiz, a dock worker.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Next up, who's going to take it?
Okay. Hi. I'm Kelly. I'm mostly known as the Opera Geek online for the reason that I sing opera and I'm also a geek. But I am playing tonight Willa Cannon, who is really just trying to make it in the big city as a singer. She's trying very hard.
Oh, hopefully that hard work will pay off and not end in your demise. Last, but certainly not least, who do we have here?
I guess that's me. Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon O'Brien. A science fiction writer, game designer, and podcaster with the Speculate podcast. I'm coming to you from the very hot Trinidad and Tobago at the moment. And tonight I will be playing Cassius Corday, a retired hellfighter, just trying to lay low, probably toot some tunes on the trumpet.
All right. We have a trumpet player. That'll come in handy for a night of the arts that we will be attending tonight. One more time before we get started, thank you, Chaosium. Thank you, Chris Spivey and Darker Hue Studios. And go over to chaosium.com where you can put in that 10% off code, Harlem10. You heard it here first, folks. Harlem10. And now, we shall begin tonight's scenario. Whispers of Harlem. New York City, 1928. Prohibition is in full swing and bootleggers are living high. African Americans flee the oppressive South for greener pastures, creating a brand new culture here in Harlem. The music of Fat Swaller and Duke Ellington pour out of the city's windows. Women in silk stockings and men in fine white gloves crowd the sidewalks. Everywhere around them, there is a feeling of possibility that hangs in the air like never before. But even in this land of promise, Harlem is a powder keg that is ready to explode. Everyone, we shall turn our attention to the park where we shall begin tonight. Now, on this cold November morning, we begin in Morris Park, It's quiet as the morning sun struggles to escape the prison that holds it, the clouds on this November morning. A couple of talented Harlemites stand with Charles Flip Wilmore in front of them. Now, he is a screenwriter, and his tattered brown trench coat and rumpled gray suit provide little warmth against the frigid temperatures around. A packed, full, and stained leather backpack is slung across his shoulder there as he stands in front of you. His head rises as he looks over you all. Thank you all for answering my flyer. My name, of course, is Charles Wilmore, but Flip to my friends. Most of you don't know me, but I know all of you by, reputation, so hence the flyer. I know you're all thinking, okay, who is this guy? Who am I? Well, I am a Hollywood writer. And with your help, maybe I can even be a movie producer one day. I need all of your talents for a show tonight. I know that we have some particularly talented people here, such as, and his eyes meet this figure, a dancer, even. Please introduce your character. What does Charles see as he looks at your character, Briana?
Well, he sees that Nina, but he knows who she is because she is known as the queen of the stage. She is Queenie, the Queenie Whitaker. She has light tan skin, big brown eyes, soft, lively features to her face. She usually always has a bright smile that lights up a room or even a park. She has short brown hair in a finger wave fashionable style. She's slim, but still curvy with her physique. She's always draped down in the best of fashions. Like tonight, she's wearing her black beaded and sequined Art Deco style cap sleeve number with sheer panels and areas that the beading don't cover. Fringes that line the bottom of the dress so they seem to sway whenever she moves. Her black shoes also have a similar beaded design to match her ensemble. And she wears a beautiful feathered headpiece with some onyx jeweled earrings, also a bit of silver. And she has long black gloves that showcase her fine pearl jewelry.
All right. So Flip looking, at this almost famous figure in front of him, he knows that you know where he's talking about when he says, now, tonight's show is short notice, but it's at the Dark Tower, a place that I'm sure a few of you are familiar with. He nods his head at you. But there are other talented people here. As he looks around, his eyes move over to your character, Kelli. Please introduce your character. What does he see?
So, when you look over at Willa, you see a slightly nervous looking younger woman in maybe her early 30s. Well, she looks nervous, but she's trying really hard not to. She thinks she's maybe in a room of giants, and she feels rather small. She's very fair-skinned with red hair. She has pearls and a fur stole that it took a long time to save up for. She has come up to visit from the Upper East Side, Germantown, where she rents a small, tiny room on a 6th floor walk-up. And she is trying her best to become a singer, and she is truly awed to be in the presence of so many fine entertainers.
Well, you mentioned that you might even feel like a little small just around these other entertainers here, but there are a couple of figures that dart, around you all. These sort of nimble figures that appear almost genderless in this finery, even in this early morning here. They have these trays full of hot coffee and donuts. They run over to you, bringing you the tray of coffee and donuts they're offering you with a nice bow. They do the same to Queenie, and they do the same to, please, Jesus. Will you introduce your character? What does this person see as they offer you a fine plate of donuts?
As this individual presents a fine plate of donuts, he sees before him a relatively short man with dark skin, about relatively short, maybe 5'4", 5'5", who looks upon the plate with a bit of strangeness at the high finery in front of him. He's completely bald with a thick mustache that goes almost to the side, like a fashion statement. He's trying to make work, and it doesn't. But he will try. It's going to happen. And he stands in fairly, fairly. The best way to come is bland clothing, grayish pants, gray tie with a gray jacket and a white shirt. It seems like he came here to do business, but he doesn't know what. I guess he puts on. It's like a person going for a teenager going for his first interview. Just going like, is this how I'm supposed to dress? Because that's how I'm going for right now. Do I look professional? And he just stares like, I guess I'll take the donut. Thank you.
A nod, and then nimbly moving back across the park, and then standing at attention next to Flip. Now Flip kind of looks over at it. Yes, well, as I was saying, short notice, Dark Tower, but that means Miss Walker will be hosting this event. That means the best food, the best company, and the best chance to highlight each of your individual talents. We got a horn player, a dancer, a beautiful singer, and tonight I will be doing a reading from my newest screenplay and an attempt to finance it there. And I need you, our actor, to read the script as he points at your character, Brandon. Who does Flip point at? Please describe your character.
So, Cassius Corday, who has been like standing in the room, like just kind of glancing over at everybody else mildly judgmentally, is a moderately handsome fellow, just under 6 feet, in a bomber jacket and khakis that look very scuffed, but look like he has gone through the process of making them look as neat as possible for today. And he has like this faint but very noticeable scar just at the edge of his forehead. And he's just like standing there with his arms folded, just glancing at everybody. And at the moment that you like get his attention, he turns to you and goes, I don't know anything about this, mister. You want to explain that a little better?
Well, you answered the flyer. I have a screenplay. I'm a Hollywood writer, soon to be producer. And if you can convey the words on the script, I believe that you can make them fly off the page. You have a certain demeanor about you. You look like you've seen things. Is that so?
That'd be true.
And I don't really hope you don't find it rude by me pointing it out, but there's a nifty little scar. The camera could capture that beautifully.
I reckon it could. But we haven't seen the script yet.
Well, of course. We have some slots to fill. Everyone will be doing their own solo performances, but you and I will connect later on for the details on the script. It's not ready yet. Again, but you know what? We can't always get what we ask when, opportunity just jumps in front of us. So I'm taking it, and I hope you'll be along for the ride. How does that sound?
So long as your money's still green.
I didn't say anything about money. I mean, there are things bigger than money at play here. Tonight, this performance will be at the Dark Tower. It's serious business. This is a place that turns hobbies in careers and careers into gold. Now, all of Harlem's finest will be in attendance, and I'm hoping that's compensation enough. What do you say?
Are you going to keep beating your gums? Are you going to tell me how you're going to make me the star dancer in this production of yours?
Listen, your moves are going to speak for themselves once everybody in that room gets their eyes on you. I don't have to do anything else. Oh, yes. Any other reservations from anyone else?
Sure. I got the flyer and I decided to come. It seemed like a great opportunity. What was I supposed to do again for this? I just was that
Don't don't you play the horn?
Oh yeah. I play the horn. I mean it's great. I'm for it. Just yeah, I play the horn.
Well, it's funny that I can remember that, but you don't.
I don't play it. Okay, sure. I don't play it like on the side. Okay, I'll take the opportunity. It's fine.
Excuse me.
Wilhelmina. Sorry. Go ahead.
Have we met before? Wilhelmina, was it?
Oh, yes. I think that we both performed at which was it? The Punchasium? The one on 58th that Dorothy Parker goes to?
You were that Miss Ann with the angelic voice. I mean, sorry. You had the really beautiful voice. I remember
Thank you. Yeah, I was so lucky. I mean, it was only a mid-afternoon spot, but I'm really, really hoping that next time it'll be the evening.
Yeah, they're not kind to newcomers, but hopefully you have your chance. I know luck was on my side when I first started out, so I'm sure you'll feel your share of luck soon enough.
Well, here's hoping I'm really lucky tonight.
Here's hoping I am too. We got a movie to finance. Does anybody have any other questions before we get started here? None at all? Well, I like the sound of that. We have some true professional artists here. Let's see. Now, hey, look around. He starts patting himself all over. Okay. He pulls out of his pocket. I do have $5 for each of you. As he doles this out to each person here. Please, the first roll of the night, can we have a spot hidden roll?
Oh boy.
Spot hidden for my character.
I can find this. I can find it.
I can't.
It'll be on your
There we
character
go.
sheet, the right-hand side of the sheet.
I got it. Let's see. I rolled a.
Oh.
I rolled a failure. I noticed.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
the wallpaper's really nice.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking. All I'm thinking is,
Wait.
ooh, $5.
Wait, was I the only one who had a success there? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's see. You're just taking a look here. Yeah. Wow. And a hard success at that. Is that right?
Yes.
Awesome. So, as he's giving out this $5 to everybody, as he makes his way around to you, you can spy just like the top corner of this massive aged book in the backpack. That's almost like weighing him down a little bit as he kind of struggles to move about. He's been kind of stationary this entire time, but probably because of the weight of that backpack on him. But that's
What have you got there? That definitely doesn't look like a script to me.
just a little bit of research I picked up. Some research material for the script. Yeah, research. I don't want to get this script wrong. I don't want to get tonight wrong, Queenie.
Well, actually, that brings me to a question that I was pondering. And what exactly is this script that you're trying to shop around?
Oh, it's a simple story of redemption.
Okay, redemption from what exactly?
May I have a psychology roll, Queenie?
All right, let's see here. Looking for the psychology roll. I apologize.
No problem. Take your time. Psychology will also be on the right-hand side, a couple above spot hidden on your character sheet.
Yes. Okay, I saw psychoanalysis and I didn't see psychology. Oh, ooh, that is a failure.
Cool, cool. So, as you're sort of reading his face here, you're getting that there's obviously some desperation here in his face and voice, but you know what? The Dark Tower is a huge deal. The major figures of the Harlem Renaissance are frequent, players here. So you're just looking at this guy, it's redemption for his career. He said he's a Hollywood writer, but he's not in Hollywood. He's here in Harlem. What's the deal with that? Maybe tonight is his come up. So he's just been researching. He's just been researching really hard to get this right.
Well, I'm assuming you also did your research, as you mentioned, on each of us, and decided we were the best to help advance this endeavor.
Yeah, I did. That's right. You all are the best. and tonight, it's going to be one to remember. Well, I'll see you all there.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Definitely. Yes.
Good. We will do a slight time jump now as night takes Harlem. You approach a neo-Georgian brick mansion, A'Lelia Walker's Dark Tower. Sharply dressed staff members in black tuxedos greet you, check your coats, and they escort you through a pair of ornately carved doors to the 4th floor. There is a long and winding hallway that's covered in this nice blue velvet carpet that's very welcoming and inviting. You enter the salon for refreshments and socializing, while on stage, a lone warbler sings. Exquisite rosewood furniture fills the room, as well as a grand gold-painted piano and a sky blue Victrola. On the wall, Langston Hughes's poem, The Weary Blues, is sketched and lightly illuminated. The atmosphere here is vibrant, and everyone is open to conversation and free expression. One of the guests can barely read this newspaper that she's reading, just due to the murmur of the guests around her. So she puts it down and jumps up to go and socialize. What would you all like to do as you all arrive here for a night of entertainment?
Pedro immediately goes to the bar. Oh, right. Yeah. Or, sorry, it's a speakeasy. Sorry. This is a speakeasy, right? So, because I just remembered 1920s, alcohol illegal. Is a speakeasy. Prohibition. Prohibition, strangely enough, is a thing. So I just want to be accurate here.
Now, yeah, prohibition is in full swing, but
Okay.
you are in the mansion of A'Lelia Walker,
Okay.
daughter of
Just
Madam
wanted to be
C.J.
sure.
Walker. A little above the law here.
Okay, then because I don't get the opportunity often because prohibition, I'm going to a bar, to that bar, and I'm going that way.
All right, yeah. So there is a bar as you walk over to it.
Yeah.
You don't even have to order. As soon as you come over, as soon as the bartender sees you making their way, they're also in that that uniform, that black tuxedo.
Mm-hmm.
They simply extend a glass of fine champagne to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Caviar?
Oh, that's like fish, right? Yeah. Yes, of course. Yeah, sure, of course. I've had caviar before. It's delicious.
May I have a credit rating roll from you, Pedro?
Oh boy. Okay, sure.
Have you had
see.
caviar before? Let's see.
Oh God, no. Oh, let's find out. Oh, looks like a failure. So, no.
Okay. With that, as you say that, they look you up and down. First time here, I see. And they turn back around to go back to their work.
I thought we had a Okay, never mind. You just walk away sad.
What about everybody else? Where's everybody else doing in this place?
Well, I guess since now Willa is walking, as opposed to sitting down and looking nervous, you might notice that even though she seems small, she's very much not. And she's, in fact, much taller than is fashionable for the time. So she tries to make herself smaller. And to do this, she kind of hugs the wall as she sidesteps over to find the closest chair and sit down. And if you're listening closely, you might hear her mutter, "Oh my God, that's my entire rent."
Cool. So as you go over and you sit down at that chair, you're trying to make your way over there. Again, there's plenty of people to push through, and you might notice some people sort of look over then up just briefly, but just quick glances. Everybody is really attending to their own thing. But you take that seat there, but that is coincidentally the seat where the person reading a newspaper got up. The newspaper is there on the seat, and this is something that you would notice there. So I'm going to show you this newspaper.
Ooh.
Okay, right here. I'm going to show this to you all. Here is a clipping of the newspaper that stands out to you.
Oh.
Cool.
And her
We can get
face
this
just
on the
kind
screen.
of. Her face is just going, oh. Oh.
Horror at the Hobby Horse. Apparently someone's been murdered, and that is the talk of this newspaper article. That's what you notice.
She very surreptitiously kind of tries to fold the newspaper to put it in the little bag that she has with her. She might want to read that later.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
Again,
They're
no roll
expensive.
required. No roll required. You're able to tuck that away.
Now
Let's
Nina
move over to
walks
yeah.
in, and basically she treats any room she enters like it's a stage. So she comes in and she's greeting and waving and smiling and blowing a kiss to some of the gentlemen across the way who obviously notice that she's made her appearance. And she goes actually to where she saw Willa kind of take a seat, where she's kind of scrunched down, and then she's going to pat her on the back, but it's kind of like a stern, like a mother would do to a kid, and she's gonna lean forward. Now, darling, if you're trying to get the evening shift, you're not gonna get it all hunched over like a hunchback. You better straighten your shoulders a bit. Poke your chest out a little bit. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And just let that music soak in. Okay.
She's trying her best, so now she is trying to do everything that Queenie has told her all at once. And so she is very upright in the
That's the
seat.
opposite of breathing, darling. You're holding it all into you. Stick your chest out, but still breathe in the process. We'll work on it. How?
Okay.
Drink.
Um,
I'll get you a drink.
When-
And
when I can't-
she goes
okay.
away before she can answer.
All right, yeah,
Grab
Queenie. Can I get a dodge roll from you?
Yeah. Oh, a dodge roll. Oh my goodness.
Dodge,
Okay.
yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Yes.
Oh, hard success, yes. So Queenie, ever nimble on her feet, just twirls out of the way as this sort of just dense, about 6 foot tall guy is just sort of making a beeline right through where you would have been about a half a second earlier. Now, this isn't just any guy. This is the champ himself, Jack Johnson, the famous boxer, as he got a drink in his hand. He sort of just has it in the air, a big smile on his face as he has his arm around this other guy, a smaller guy. This guy seems to be wearing a nice suit. He's a white gentleman, but his nicely combed hair is sort of in front of his face as he's been taken by the whirlwind of Jack Johnson, who's laughing. Ain't that a funny story, he says, as he goes on across the room. Just one of the many famous people that are in the room for tonight. Now, Cassius, what are you doing?
So the war days are still kind of in my system. So whenever I enter a building for the first time, one of the first things that I try to do is just get a sense of what is in the space. Try to determine whether someone is a threat. Try to find what are the standout entrances and exits to any room. So I think that's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool. So, I'll let you decide how you want to do this. You can either give me a spot hidden roll or an education roll. And I'll give you different information depending on which one of those you choose.
I think it's I think it's education actually.
Okay, cool. Give me that roll, please. You just clicked it right up at the top there.
Oh lord.
Okay.
Extreme success. That's the one time that's gonna happen tonight.
Extreme success.
Wow.
Now that's wonderful. Now you're a well-traveled person here. You're someone that knows their way not only around Harlem, but the world. And so as you're in this room, you're sort of surveying the exits, the entrances. You got a good idea of who exactly is here. Now, you saw Jack Johnson almost run into Queenie, but there are some other people here. You spy Alelia Walker, of course. Of course, she is here. This is her place. A wonderful, patron of the arts, a millionaire. There is also Zora Neale Hurston is in the building tonight, a folklorist, anthropologist. We have the Reverend Adam Clayton Powell is in the building tonight, as well as a couple of, dignitaries from afar. Viscount Lucien Lilang from France is here. Lady Catherine Dawson Damer from the UK is here. U.S. Congressman Richard Aldrich is in the building. You know that this just isn't some ragtag event. Tonight is the night. Tonight is your night. If you get on that stage tonight and these people see you, your life could forever change. That's what you notice with that education roll. Queenie is met by a waiter, a server there with another tray. Can I get you something? May I offer you a champagne?
Of course.
All right. Caviar?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do that.
I need another of what I have here. The good cheese.
Oh, no,
for
another
my
drink.
friend.
A drink
Yes.
and some food as well?
We'll hold off on the food.
Okay, all right. Where's your friend, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, she's the little wallflower all the way over there, sitting down.
Oh, okay. All right. You see this hand extend up, snaps. Another server comes over as this one moves away. The other server sort of takes their place, nods at you, and proceeds to Willa with a tray. Here you go. They hand you this it's almost like a mason jar. It looks like there's some clear liquid and bubbles in it. It's not champagne, but there's that. Hands you that. And they also hand you this little bowl of some sort of food.
Mhm.
Would you like some chitlins?
Well, absolutely.
Here you go.
I'm
a little
allowed to
gin and
eat,
tonic
right?
and chitlins. Yes, of
Oh,
course.
okay.
Please do.
And
And
she
they start away.
definitely eats it. She is quite happy with the food.
Nina, Queenie is kind of giggling, and she's like, "No, she's not your typical Miss Anne that rolls around and is high-hatting everybody. She seems like she's sweet. Y'all could have gave her a decent drink."
Miss Walker's orders.
Oh, well, if it's coming from Mrs. Walker, then forget I said anything at all. And then she's gonna take her drink and then kind of head off to go meet with Willa.
Yes. Charles sort of gathers all around you here, Willa and Queenie, summoning over Pedro and Cassius. All right, everybody's here. Please enjoy. I know the first acts will be starting very soon, so just socialize again, and then we'll get started real soon. I'm excited.
Socialize.
With some time, what would you like to do? Is there anything you would like to discuss amongst yourselves?
Have you all been here before?
I thought about it. I've never been, and I didn't think I'd ever would be. I'll be honest with you. Oof.
I mean,
Same
I
here.
think I recognize some of these people, and woof. She's looking a little awestruck.
That guy over there, I think he's French.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could go
He
ask
is.
him.
He is.
Oh, he
Oh,
is.
oh, okay.
Do you know a little French?
Uh, not really. I know some Spanish, but French is not really a thing I
Just
study.
say bonjour and enchanté, and that should do a
Oh,
little bit,
okay.
good for
I
you.
got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
Well,
Bonjour, enchanté. All right, I got it.
well,
Thank you.
Bonjour,
Thank you so much.
honestly,
enchanté.
honestly, and Willa's voice is like really tiny, but she's like, I mean, it's bonsoir right now, but okay, that works too.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Just don't forget there's an R.
Bonsoir.
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 They put a lot of
Bonsoir.
extra letters that just aren't needed.
I mean, what I
It's
said was hello and pleased to meet you, but okay. Well,
I know.
Whatever. You can take whatever
I'm sorry.
advice you want to take.
I'm sorry.
okay. Okay, sure. I think I got it. Okay. And Pedro goes to talk to the Frenchman.
And I will join Pedro.
He wants to see the chaos. All right.
Just mildly.
Yeah.
So the Frenchman is actually the guy that was sort of held by Jack Johnson. His hair is even more messed up right now as he's been taken around this party by this whirlwind of a larger than life figure, and he's
Yep.
but then sees you two coming over. Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonsoir. Enchanté.
He looks up at Jack. Jack.
That's good. Yeah.
Hey. Are you making fun of me?
No. I because you no, never. Wow, I saw you. I saw you. You punch hard. I don't know. No, never.
I almost had you for a second as he gives you this punch on the shoulder there.
You're just a jokester. I just
Why
wanted
don't
to
you?
make a good point.
Yeah, why don't you two gentlemen come over here and join us? It looks like the festivities are just about to. The room goes quiet, sort of in levels for a second. What's going on? You can see everybody here. Their attentions turn towards the door, sort of one by one, and then soon in mass. Someone just entered. What you can all see is this police detective with their sergeant and 3 other patrolmen barge into the room. Now, the security guards of the Dark Tower, they're kind of right behind with these confused expressions on their faces. But the police steps forward and he starts looking at, the people in attendance. He looks at Willa. He looks at the Frenchman. He looks at the congressman, then sort of to the black figures in the room, back to the white figures with this confusion of this intermingling before he clears his throat. All right, everybody. Good evening, folks. I'm sorry to interrupt your gathering here, but I'm working on a case. Aaliyah Walker comes up, starts conversing with him for a second. May I have listen rolls from everyone?
Wow. The most powerful failure ever.
Oh, I just love failing all the time.
We're too busy trying to eavesdrop on the French that we heard Pedro across the way.
I'm still
fumbled.
I'm still speaking French to myself, like, I said bonjour.
Yeah. And for Cassius, it's almost as if when the door slammed with him coming in, it just like brought like a flashback of another time in your past that even freezes you up for a moment, Cassius. So it's like you don't hear anything. You're not even worried about paying attention to the words that Walker and the detective are speaking.
Wilhelmina has chosen to, by the way, show the newspaper with the horrific murder article to Queenie. Have you seen this? This looks serious. I wonder if that's why the police guy is here.
Realized I was muted. How How dark
I mean-
and morbid. Perhaps? I really hope it's not for any other reason, that's for sure.
Oh. And Wilhelmina kind of starts to say something with this confused look on her face, like, why would there be anything else? And then she just shuts up. Shuts up very quickly.
The police continues. It has come to my attention, and it is my belief that certain parties here may know something of use. I've told Miss Walker here that I have some questions, and she has kindly agreed. I can assure you that my inquiries will not affect your enjoyment of this thing that you're doing here. All right, guards, secure the exits. As you know, the policemen, they cover every exit in this place. They're sort of posted up as the detective makes its way walking around to each of you. He looks at Pedro, making his way over to you.
And as he comes, Pedro slowly puts down his glass of alcohol right behind him on the table, trying to be as stealthy about it as possible.
He looks you up and down. You. And he sort of gestures over to one of the patrolmen who escorts you out into the hallway. He walks around doing a big circle, occasionally grabbing people this way. You. Walks over to Willa and Queenie. Looks you two over. Keeps on walking.
You
Makes
see
his
where
way all the way
Queenie-
back around.
She pulls down on her dress a little bit because she has in her garter, it's like a little knife that she has on her leg for protection. So she's kind of like trying to like cross her legs, but like she does it in a kind of a suggestive kind of like, you know, her usual Queenie way, but at the same time she's actually just trying to make sure they don't see a weapon on her.
Ooh, nice. He makes his way back around the room to Cassius. Looks you up and down. You. As you're also brought into the hallway. Now, Cassius and Pedro, you're out in the hallway. You're lined up outside of this small office where one by one people are going in and he's sort of questioning. Were you saying something, Cassius? Anything you would like to do?
Oh, like I'm still in a daze from the door while that happens. And when the police officer like puts their hand on my shoulder, like I fidget just a little bit.
In this room, this small office space, where it's just you, Pedro, and the cop, leans over. All right, there's been a murder. Someone stabbed to death. What do you know about it?
Nothing.
Sure about that?
Pretty sure.
And I got reason to believe that whoever committed this is in the room tonight. If you tell us who it is, there won't be any problems for this thing that's happening.
I'm honest, I don't know anything about any murdering that happened. I've never killed a fly. I mean, I've killed flies, but not like in a hostile way. I just had to. I never killed anyone.
Can I have a persuade roll?
Oh, well, let's see.
And you're telling the truth. Normally I might, give you a bonus die for this, but not with this guy.
Yeah, let's see. Well, but with my persuade of 10, I'm sure I'll succeed. 13. Yep.
He looks at you. I'm gonna keep my eye on you. I got your friend outside. Maybe he'll tell a different story. We'll talk.
Okay. I only met him today, so I'm not really. He's not really a friend of mine. I'm gonna go. And he turns around and walks out.
Soon, Cassius is in the room. He asks you similar questions. All right, who did it? Tell me now.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, officer.
The man at the hobby store, the hobby horse. Who killed him?
I This is the first time hearing that a murder took place, officer, and I am really sorry. I don't know any details about that, but I do hope you catch the man. Murder's a serious thing.
Hmm. Well, it's pretty funny. Your friend outside seems to think that you had something to do with it.
That's a pretty funny story indeed, considering I got no friends in this building, officer. So I
believe his name was
to.
Pedro. He seemed to just tell us everything, so I can make sure that you get off easy if you just tell us the truth, or what you know.
I've known this Pedro fella nary 2 hours, officer. I don't think you are telling me the truth in this moment, and I get that. I understand the desire to ensure that right is done in this city. I want you to find this person, but trust me, officer, I don't know anything. I do really hope that you find this person now you're here, but you're barking
I
up
want
the
you
wrong
out of my
tree.
sight. Out of my sight now.
That I can do for you, officer, and I just strut away.
Now, this is all disconcerting. This whole police presence, these shakedowns and everything like this. But eventually, they back down. Soon, the lights grow dimmer in the place. People are back in the main room, and then a bright spotlight illuminates the stage as Alelia Walker finally takes control of the room. Well, friends, here we all are. The law, the government, and the world can't stop us from enjoying this evening that we're going to have tonight. Get those feet tapping because the lion is about to take the stage, as she gestures over to the pianist that is making his way up front there. Now here on stage, you are all greeted by a variety of wonderful acts that are happening. Willie Smith starts playing. The Nicholas brothers come in. Fanny Bryce, if you've seen Funny Girl, is there performing this beautiful song. And very soon, a couple of our own investigators are taking the stage. Who would like to go first?
You know that the moment that there's some good music, Queenie's already up and she's already feeling the groove, feeling that music. Just kind of already almost making her way. So basically what anyone would see is Queenie almost kind of moving with the beat and through the sea of people to get to the center. Wherever there's a spotlight, she's gonna find it. She kind of does some chaîné turns and kind of strikes a pose ready, and she kind of nods to the musician, whoever's playing, to basically drop that beat.
You see them throw their whole body into it. Please give me a dance roll. That will be under your arts and craft.
Oh, it wouldn't be on brand if it wasn't Queenie with the extreme success for dance.
Extreme success. I'm going to hand this over to you. What does the audience see as they are captivated by your beautiful dancing?
They basically see where it's almost as if everything stops. Even if there's talks outside with the man and they're going back and forth and interrogating people, whatever's going on, there is nothing but silence. And then you hear the music playing and rearing, and you see Queenie just moving one with the music. She's weaving in and out, and if there's people who are paying attention to her, she's going to kind of play with the crowd a bit. She's turning and twisting and moving her body, and again, because of what she's wearing, her clothing seems to just be one with the music as well, and she's hitting every line just so gracefully and so beautifully that each one, if someone did have a camera, it would be a pose. A perfect pose. And when the music starts to come to a halt, of course she takes her famous Queenie dramatic pose one arm up, one arm down to the ground, head to the sky, and she waits for what she assumes will be an automatic applause.
Automatic is not exactly the right word to use because it starts before you're even done dancing. The first thing you can hear is Jack Johnson at his table in the back. Yes, he says, raising his glass to the sky, splashing the Frenchman with whatever is in his glass there. You can see his wife cut over a sharp look as Irene glares at him. But he sort of sits back down. Back down in his seat. And the rest of our investigators here, they're all at their own private table. What are you all doing as you see this performance? What is your reaction? Oh, you're muted.
To be
Pedro.
muted, apparently.
He's speechless.
No,
Well,
Pedro is literally speechless. He's just tapping to the music, just enthralled by her dance. It was a thing of beauty. Like he's never seen dance like that in his entire life.
Wilhelmina jumped up out of the chair. Jumped up, is not giving, civilized applause. She is really going at it. She's very excited. She enjoyed that.
Cassius is a little bit more reserved. Still, clapping very loudly from the table, but is kind of obviously taken aback by everybody else's, incredible excitement. Doesn't want to, show off this evening. And make a big deal about but is very obviously moved by the dancing.
Yes. Listen rolls from you three, please.
Listening.
Listen.
Finally, a success.
Finally.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you hear just everybody around you clapping, clapping and cheering and just supporting, this person who is about to grace your table. Can you believe you're sitting next to the Queenie? It's great. So between Pedro and Willa, who would like to go next?
Yeah. Pedro, hesitantly at first, he grabs his horn, and he just stands up and he slowly starts walking with a bit of nervous energy. But as he gets closer to the stage it feels like with the horn in his hand, he starts to get a more confident stride. Everything else, he's nervous, but with the horn, horn. Yeah. He just starts stepping up to the stage, sits down on a nice stool. And that nervousness that was around him, that you three saw before, seems to go away. As soon as his lips touch it, he's like a different person. Flows with the music, and it starts blowing into that horn.
All right. Please give me a horn roll under your art and craft.
Art and craft. Let's see here. Art and craft. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Horn. 39. Let's see. Yeah, 39.
A success. You deliver it. Yes.
I could spend 9 points. That would make it a half. That would make it an extreme success if I'm following the rules correctly, or am I incorrect in that?
That'll make that a hard success if you get down to half. Yeah, hard success. You spend 9 points of luck.
It would be extremely silly for me to waste 9 luck points to make this the best show ever. So I'm going to do that.
Well, I mean, this is just a night of entertainment. I mean, do you need to be lucky later on? No. Please spin that and make that a hard
I didn't like
success.
the sound of that. That was really scary.
Yep. So it's now a hard success for that horn blowing roll.
Please
I'm not
describe
this later at all. It was just him sitting on that chair, and then just like Queenie, he starts just moving his hips. He gets up to the chair, he kicks the stool behind him, and he starts rocking on the stage, dancing, blowing his horn up in the air, and basically with the wave of his horn, he's encouraging people to get up from their tables and start dancing around to the music. He turns it into maybe, I'll be honest, a few decades out, but this turns into a brief rave really quickly.
Yeah.
How much energy is in the room from his
horn. I'm getting major Marty McFly vibes, shredding on the guitar. You're not ready for that yet.
No, but your kids will love it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. People are getting up out of their seat. They're dancing to your music. And you even see as you finish, some of them don't even sit back down, right? Some people are already heading towards the door. Y'all are only you're the 5th performance in, and there are people already leaving. You know what I mean? You caused, yeah, you probably caused them to leave. They're headed on out the door. So the people that are at the table, Queenie, Willa, and then Cassie's, can I have a listen roll from you all?
Ooh.
I'm too distracted because the horns are playing perfectly, and I'm feeling that beat, and I am jumping, jiving, moving around. Like I'm too enraptured by this music right now and feeling the groove. I don't know anything.
Same. I think I'm kind of jealous of Pedro at this moment because I'm like, that was kind of good, kid.
But not Wilhelmina with this extreme success of listen.
Now, this is the expression on her face.
You have that expression because, you know, while everybody else is listening to the music, it's like you can't even enjoy it that much because somebody won't shut up. There's somebody in this room that will not shut up while Pedro is playing his horn. It's just like somebody's just constantly whispering just throughout the whole performance. And you look around, and as you do look around during the performance, you see a couple of people also notice, like, man, what? You know, looking around. And you see those same people throughout that performance sort of look around and then make their way towards the door and then out into the hallway as this loud whispering is happening. And you hear it and hear it. Even through the applause, you can hear the constant whispering. Next up, we have Willa Cannon coming to the stage. Please welcome Wilhelmina as applause summons you up to your feet.
So she walks up to stand next to the piano and, does the kind of nervous thing where she puts her hand on it first and is like, oh no, we don't do that. And then she takes the microphone and depending on how well I do, we'll see what I sing. I'm assuming we need a singing roll. If I fail this,
roll.
This is just I have a degree in this, people. Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
All right. You sing beautifully up there. Your reputation precedes you here. Please describe, what is that performance like for you?
So she's real quiet and she's whispered something to the pianist. And so he would start playing a song that people in the audience might know. It's fairly new. It's only in the past couple years. And it's by a gentleman named George Gershwin. And so Willa gets up to the microphone and starts. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I know that he turns out to be someone to watch over me. And that's all we're doing because of DMCA.
The crowd, they're clapping. It's not as loud as the clapping for the other two. Not because of the lack of talent, not because of the skill that was here. But people can barely hear you because there's some whispering going on. You know what I mean? Everybody at the table, you all can hear this whispering now. And people are leaving and just going to see who exactly is whispering. It's grown to this crescendo that even you can hear from the stage. Willa.
Yeah, Willa's face kind of falls a little bit. If anybody's looking, her face falls as she finishes and notices that people have left. And she's just like, oh. And she'll turn to the pianist and say, thank you very much. That was wonderful. Thank you.
And you were wonderful yourself. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Bravo.
And then she just kind of shuffles off the stage and she walks back over to the table. I don't know what that is. Is there a draft in here?
Oh, where those gum beaters are, just yapping away.
It's
Just so
completely screwed up,
rude.
but I mean, you were great. Like that
You were
should have been a standing
fantastic.
ovation. But sorry, whoever that is.
Again,
Please
those
get-
gum beaters yapping away wherever
Exactly.
they are. I'm so sorry.
I could just about punch him right in the face.
I mean,
It's
I would
very
join.
rude.
Right in the kisser. I know.
Yep.
I know that feeling.
Yep.
Especially when they're taken away from this whole experience, and Queenie will take your hands. Just know, you have what it takes to be a true star. Never stop singing for anybody, no matter what they say. No matter how many people walk out that door, know that you have a natural talent.
Willa's eyes kind of well up, and she's nodding, and Kelli is saying, "Thank you very much. I needed to hear that." But Willa just she keeps from crying, but she's just kind of blinking it back and, "Thank you. It was, I mean, it was a little bit unnerving, to be honest with you. I mean,
No
between the
matter what,
people
keep that
leaving
head
and the
held
whispering,
I know.
That is still going.
It's still go. Where is it? These people are rich. They should know how to plug the drafts in their house." And she starts just blatantly walking around the room and trying to find.
Hell.
She's trying to find, like, she's going to different corners of the room to see if there's any part of the room where it's louder or anything that she can glean.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like loud enough at this point that I don't even need like any rolls. You're going around to the corners. No, nothing really there. No.
Is there anybody still in the room?
Yeah, there's still
other
people in
than
the room.
us?
Still people just enjoying and everything. Not everybody's stuff. It was just a couple people leaving, really. But the sound as you're looking for it, it's loudest like coming from the hallway. So maybe it's just people out in the hallway. Maybe it's there talking and murmuring.
Queenie
and
will
everything.
go to the like towards the door where she probably believes that the noise is coming from, because if there were people who walked out,
Yeah.
try to see what's going on.
Yeah, going towards the door, it gets louder and louder with every step you make towards the door. Yeah. So it's like coming from outside somewhere in the hallway.
Yep.
Anybody else join her?
Willa
I go-
follows
Pedro goes
behind
as well.
Queenie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cassius, Mr. Cassius, are you coming with us?
I don't know what the hubbub is about, but I'll join you. If it's bothering y'all, it's probably of note for some reason.
Well, I mean, you
Oh,
haven't even had a chance to do
I know.
whatever it is that
Yeah,
you do.
I mean, it's-
Acting, was it?
Yeah, I mean, we've all had a chance. Like, we should go punch. Well, maybe not punch these rich people, but like, I know, sue them. I don't know what they do, but we should go over there and just talk to them or something.
Cassius puts a hand on Pedro's shoulder and says, "Kid, sometimes the rich definitely need to be punched. And if you need help with that, I will join you. I ain't got nothing to lose in a party like this. They were gonna throw me out a half an hour ago anyway. Yeah, let's
What do
go."
you mean?
Oh, those cops were giving me the whole deal just earlier. They absolutely sure that a brother like me did something, and I don't even know what it is.
Oh, it's just like the man to always assume that it's one of ours that had to be starting some trouble around here.
Of course.
Well, he didn't tell you what he thought you did?
Something about stabbing a man at a bookstore.
Willa
don't know
fumbles
anything
really
about it.
quickly for her bag, and she
It's that
pulls out the
article.
newspaper.
Yeah,
She
he just
pulls
told
out the
me I
newspaper.
stabbed a guy.
What, you too? Did you both stab? Did you stab
Oh,
him?
we didn't stab anybody. He just
You
he's
didn't bump
accusing us
off
of
anybody,
stabbing
did
people.
you? Because I can't be hanging around y'all.
Oh,
like
no, we
that.
didn't. I didn't kill anybody. I know he was like, and he goes, "I didn't kill anybody."
Okay,
Like,
as long as
the
nobody's
cops
bumping
don't-
off anybody in anywhere in my vicinity. You dig?
We know nothing about the thing. They're running up a hill looking for
Yeah.
someone who killed someone, and that's not us.
Yep.
Yeah, Wilhelmina just brings up the paper and she starts reading them the article. And isn't Detective Chase, isn't that the guy that was here?
So he's.
They
How
good.
about you to bet? Like, he doesn't even have video evidence. He's like, "Oh, look, some people are here. I can see if I can scrounge up an excuse."
Well, according to this piece right here, he's kinda terrible at copying, so
It looks like he's bad.
He has no proof whatsoever. Hell, it might be.
I mean, they
it
said
might even be him.
unspectacular.
Knowing how cops operate in Harlem and elsewhere in the United States, it might as well be him that did it. But it's none of my business, so
Yep.
let's just see what's going on outside and figure out what happens after that. We're having a good time. We ain't here to think about no stabbings.
I don't think
Maybe.
you killed anybody
I don't believe
Thank you, neither do
either
I.
of you are the
today,
Yeah, thanks.
at least.
Thanks.
Especially Cassius, you served, did you not?
I did. Won the
Oh.
369th. Thank you very much for noticing.
Oh, my brother served, so it was great. It's great.
And it's a noble thing you did.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
That kind of service doesn't get as much respect from other people, so I'm grateful to get it wherever I can. Thank you very much.
Of
No,
course.
my brother got a lot of letters saying about some of the stuff he had to deal with back there, but he was proud to serve. So,
Yeah.
respect.
Willa just kind of puts her hand on Cassius's shoulder and just says, "I'm so sorry you had to see all that."
It's not a problem at all, miss. The world is the way the world is, and you find ways to make it better somehow.
And that's what we do. Look at us. We make it prettier.
Between your singing and Queenie's dancing and Pedro's beauty on the horn, you all put a lot of beauty in this world.
Well, and
might
you're
be onto something.
monologuing.
That sounds like a show.
Yeah.
Now think about this. We have you on the horns, and you singing your beautiful music, beautiful songs, and then me dancing the night away. And we'll figure out something for you, Cassius. Just you be standing there all noble, like you look fantastic. Just in whatever you wear, I'm sure.
No, but you do poetry, right? Like you could have the music singing and then switch over to the poetry and then the singing. So like a mixture. Like,
Well, what if we wrote songs with your poetry?
oh, that's a good idea.
Ooh, that would really give those gumbeaters something to talk about, huh? Having
Yeah.
something with people of all colors.
They would know you as the poet songwriter.
That seems
Poet-
fitting.
That's rather revolutionary. I like this
Song
idea.
poet.
Let's get
Yes.
back to this once we figure out what all that is going on.
Yeah, right.
outside.
Yeah, that noise. That
Yeah, let's go. Let's go figure that
Let's
out.
go.
Yeah. Let's solve tonight's problem before you think about the future. But
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
that'd be mighty beautiful, folks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we go outside.
Yeah. You go out into the hallway, and there's not really many people in the hallway. There's a guy that has to make his way past you as you're going out into the hallway. Again, there's like 100 people in this mansion right now. This guy he's a white guy. He has sort of like energetic sort of energy, real thin. He kind of slides past you. Excuse me. Moves on back to the room to enjoy the show. Out in the hallway, you can hear the whispers getting louder from down the hallway. Following this, the whispers lead to two doors. A door on your left and a door on your right. Now it's almost indistinguishable which door the whispers are coming from as they are loud from each. Which do you choose? Left or right?
Are we able
Well-
to put our ear up to each door?
Yeah, and as
Let
you
it
do,
see?
yeah, it's just as loud from either one. No roll required at this point.
Maybe it's just two doors that lead to one room. I mean, it seems a bit of a wasted space, but
On opposite
that's-
sides of the hallway?
it's a big room. I guess.
Could
I mean,
be.
I wouldn't put it past Mrs. Walker. I mean,
Yeah.
have you seen? It's very ritzy here.
It really is.
That is true.
Which
mean,
which
okay.
door did you listen to, Queenie?
I listened to the left.
Okay. Willa is going to look around real quick and hopefully spot a potted plant or something where she pours the rest of her gin and tonic. And then she actually puts the cup up to the door on the right to see if she can hear anything, like to distinguish anything.
Okay. Give me a listen roll. This will have
I
to
really
be.
hope there was a potted plant. I didn't just ruin their rugs.
This will have to be
You're
a.
rich,
There's
like
a potted
another
plant. Yes, this will have to be a hard success for you to hear any sort of anything to start with. Cool.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh.
With the honk of the with the like the honk, not the honk. What am I talking about? The glass. The glass. You can hear a honk on the other side of the door, kind of beneath the whispers, like.
Oh, I thought you meant like a goose, and I was going to be like, well, that took a turn.
No, more like a car horn, you know, like
Okay.
like a 1920 like kind of car horn.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. I think there's a car behind here.
There's a car?
I don't know. Do
Rich
rich
people
people
put
put
dumber
cars on like
things
the
in their
second floor?
mansions.
Yep. You know what? It's
I've been here
better
before.
than-
I've never. That seems impossible.
I mean, they could have
Well-
taken it apart and then put it back together once they got it in the room.
And used
That's
it to
something
make
rich
some
people do,
noise
right?
doing performances.
Maybe it ups the property value if
That's
people
just
think
a
it's
bunch of
haunted.
baloney. I don't believe that one bit.
You know what? We just need to figure this out, and Pedro's gonna go and just open the door.
Okay, yeah, you open the door. The door just leads you back outside. You're just like back outside, you know. Again, it's a hot summer day. The sun is beating down here. You know, July weather in New York, it can get like very, very hot, especially you don't have like AC. Here.
And the humidity. The humidity.
The humidity, yes. Yeah, but so it leads you back out to street level. Looking back at the mansion, you can see it looks newer, you know, than it did when you came in. I don't know if you had any drinks before, but no, the mansion looks new. The signs have been taken down. Perhaps they've been taken down after everybody got in as to not draw attention or something like that. But everybody, can I have a dodge roll?
Oh.
Dodge.
Okay. Whew.
Eeg.
Oh, hard success.
Extreme
Okay, cool.
success.
Okay, yeah. Okay, everybody passed except for Cassius here. Okay, so as
With
you're
an
out
extreme
here-
success, can I grab his arm and yank him?
With that, I will allow it. I am a gracious keeper, so I'll allow you to yank him because you hear this car moving swiftly towards you all. You pull Cassius out of the way just as the car like moves right to where he would be. As it moves past you all through Cassius's path there and zooms across the street, it makes a U-turn, turning around and stopping. Out of the window, you see a Tommy gun that starts to shoot and spray as the car starts moving again. You all are able to get out of the way again, except for Cassius, who is just, you know, a little bit dazed here. And Cassius, please take one
Lord.
point of damage as your shoulder is grazed by a bullet. The car pulls up just short of you all. This burly man in a cheap suit gets out of the car, looks at you all confused for a second, but looks behind you. There is a smaller man cowering against some trash cans against the mansion. The burly guy pumps him full of lead as blood spray, flattening him as he has no chance. A sanity roll from all of you, please.
Oh boy.
We're at that point of the game, I see.
Sanity. Ha 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 ha.
Apparently, Queenie has seen some people get pumped full of lead before.
All right. Those that failed, please take 2 points of sanity loss as there is a scream that comes out of your mouth almost involuntarily from seeing this callous
Oops, sorry.
murder. Yes. Do you have a question?
How do I remove sanity from the character sheet? Sorry.
Yeah, so on Roll20, thank you, Roll20, for hosting us here. We love Roll20. There is an edit mode in the top right-hand corner of the character sheets.
Thank you.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's handy.
Yeah, Roll20 makes it super easy to play your Call of Cthulhu games with just the click of a button. You are able to get your results and edit your characters. All right, so with that, again, this guy lay dead behind you all. The burly man walks up to you. You folks gonna keep it to yourselves, right? Old Torpedo would hate to pay you a visit.
Of course, we're gonna spray him right on out of here.
We're out. We're gone.
No. And Wilhelmina is like hustling, like helping Cassius because, you know, he got shot and then he got sad. And
Queenie
so
would help the other side, like to basically like to try to kind of brace his other side, to kind of carry him along too.
Pedro tries to help, but no, I failed. So Pedro tries to help, but fails utterly because guns.
He gives you like a little finger gun, bang, before he gets back in his car and drives away. Something that might pop into your mind as you see the car drive away, Cassius bleeding from his shoulder there. Torpedo was a famous, semi-famous, you might say infamous gangster around these parts. They worked for crime lord Casper Holston. Torpedo was killed 2 years ago in 1926. In front of you all, doors materialize. And you can see clearly your way back into the Dark Tower. And there, we're going to take a short break as we refresh our drinks. And as we journey back into this night at the Dark Tower. Thank you for joining us. Everybody in chat, thank you for being here. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Okay, awesome.
And welcome back. We're here playing Harlem Unbound from Chaosium and Darker Hue Studios. The door to the Dark Tower materializes in front of what looks a lot like the Dark Tower, and in front of the four of you and the corpse with dozens of holes that have pierced this body. Blood seeps out onto the hot summer New York City sidewalk on this bright and sunny day. What would you like to do?
first I'd like to check Cassius to make sure, like...
Right, I got shot, didn't I?
You did get shot.
It was a grace.
The very first thing that I do when I get up, is like make a brief physical pass on my body to try to figure out where that bullet went.
It was right in the shoulder there, grazed your shoulder.
Do you mind, does he have a button up on? What is he wearing?
I'm wearing my old military bomber jacket. So like it's made like a pretty big tear through that sleeve, but I just look at it and go, I guess I've seen worse.
Well, I just want to make sure that it came out, that it's not still in there. So but it's obvious that it just tore your jacket. It didn't.
It would seem so. Thanks very much, miss, for
Pedro,
ensuring that that didn't pass through me.
That was Torpedo.
I thought he said he worked for him, right?
Wait, sorry, maybe I misheard last time. Keeper.
Wait, how can he work for him? He died.
Okay. that was Torpedo. He's dead. He's very dead. I saw it. I read about that.
Wait, run all of that back by me?
That was
But
Torpedo.
how is it possible for someone who's dead to shoot somebody else dead?
I mean, he probably probably faked his death or something. He's a gangster. They fake deaths all the time.
You know, Pedro, you're
Yeah.
speaking some sense. Yes,
Yeah.
that's probably.
I mean, the
We're gonna
cop.
go
They
with
probably.
that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
Paid off the
exactly
cops,
with that story.
paid off the
Mhm.
newspaper, paid off everybody, put a fake body. That's what happened. Let's go back inside, because I don't think either of us, especially with Detective Idiot looking for somebody who caused the murder, to be around this body. It's probably
Well,
being
we
a bad
can't
idea.
just leave him here.
We can, because I don't want to go to prison.
I mean, of course, I'm not trying to go to prison either. I'm just saying that we can't just leave a dead body just out front of Mrs. Walker's estate. Look, we can't do that.
What do you want to do? Drag it? It's not our fault. It's dead. I mean, he's a person. He's
I mean,
dead.
call an ambulance. Call somebody to come get him. I guess.
At least we can do is report to the body. We don't need to be here.
He's
but
gonna
we
go
can-
over to the body to try to see if there's identification or something on him, his person.
Okay, yeah. So going over and looking at the body, there's no ID on this person. No ID at all. But you can see that the jacket is sort of like torn, as if probably got into a tussle before this had happened. There's even like a piece of the pocket that's like ripped on the suit that he's wearing, the summer suit that he's wearing. There might have been something in the pocket that was taken away from him, but Torpedo probably has it. It's probably long gone now.
Does Queenie, perchance, she recognize his features as someone maybe who kind of frequents the area at all?
You've never seen this person, and you see a lot of people. You see everybody that has passed through recently. You don't recognize this person.
You see where Queenie kind of puts her hands together and almost as if like kind of saying a prayer. May you rest in peace. And then she kind of goes back to the group. Well, I couldn't find any type of anything to figure out who we're dealing with here, so frankly, I don't really know what to do in this situation.
Okay, wasn't it nighttime when we went in there?
How long were we, performing and
Long.
ourselves out up there?
I've never lost this much time.
Do you lose a lot of time?
We'll stick a pin in that and come back to it.
Okay. All right.
Here's what. Let's get inside. Let's make a call to the police so they can find this body, and we will figure out how long we've been here enjoying this night turn day after that.
And figure
That
out how
sounds
to
like a
fix
plan.
that hole on your shoulder there.
This is fine. I know how to deal with this jacket. This jacket's
I mean,
been
you're
through
still
worse
bleeding,
than this.
so I don't know if that's fine.
I don't think we're as concerned about the jacket, Cassius. I mean, it's a nice jacket.
It is.
But,
the
I mean,
only
your
one of its
shoulder.
kind.
Your shoulder.
It's right. Let's get inside and deal with all of
Yeah.
that then.
Yeah. Let's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
is that police officer still somewhere around here, do you think? She's saying as we walk inside.
Oh.
He might as well be all the way back by the station by now. But I'm sure he'd love for an opportunity to grill us about how this body got here.
Yeah. Like
And the
if
way
someone
that
has
he
to,
grilled
it's-
you two, you end up in a slammer in no
So,
time.
which means neither of us want to try to explain the situation to the police.
Yeah, Wilhelmina
this
takes
is
a
ladies.
deep breath. Yeah, Wilhelmina takes a deep breath and she's like, I don't like to acknowledge this, but I think it might be safest if I tell them about it.
It's fine to
do the
fully
same
acknowledge. It's
thing.
fine. It's fine. I totally get it.
It's unfortunate, but it is true.
Yeah.
We're heading up while we're talking,
Yep.
by the way.
Cool. So you move through this door that's still materialized kind of right in the street back into what you know as the Dark Tower. The door, the other door that you didn't go into is still there. There's still loud whispers coming from it. And then there is still the hallway back down from which you originally came. Are you wanting to go back down the hallway, or are you wanting to head into that other door where the whispers are still so loud?
Is there a phone in this hallway?
You don't see a phone in the hallway. Maybe back down in the main room, or maybe one of the offices that Cassius and Pedro were taken into, but none in the hallway.
Okay.
I will head back to one of those offices then.
Okay, you're heading down the hallway? Okay, cool. Anybody else doing anything else? Anybody is joining down the hallway, or anybody going to the door?
I don't think we should really separate maybe too much.
Let's
I'm
all
just
sit
saying.
together
Well, I
in
mean-
this situation.
All right. I guess. I mean,
Fine by me.
all right.
Yeah,
After
cool.
after what just happened in the street, I think it's only fair that we be able to check on each other. Perfectly fine by
Okay.
me.
Quick question, because I just want to be sure of something, Keeper. So the door dematerialized. There was a murder happening, and the door rematerialized, right?
Yeah,
Is what you said
right
before?
in the street. Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure we didn't ignore that fact. Okay.
Imagine,
I'm
like-
trying my best to ignore it. It's
Yeah,
just...
Yeah,
Okay.
Queenie's
To give you a
also
better
too, like,
visual-
let's just go with that, like, because she's trying
Yeah.
to not
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
the
That's
other
okay.
possibility.
I just want to be sure that's what we saw before. Like,
No,
yep, that's
yeah.
totally nope. Yep, the door. Like we had bullet blindness.
Yep.
I'm gonna be real with you. Cassius's arm still hurts. He didn't notice
Yes.
anything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The best visual I can give you is like, imagine like the TARDIS, materializing in
Mhm.
or like disappearing out. That's what it looked like.
But instead of a nice British man, it's a bullets. Okay, I got you.
Oh,
Yes, it's a straight Harlem
not
gangster,
fun.
1926. That's it. No sonic screwdriver, but a Tommy gun.
Oh no.
Okay. Yes.
Well,
well,
that's
what
okay. They
happens.
don't work on wood anyway. So we...
There
I
you
have
go.
one. I have one about 6 feet behind me, but we'll
Well
we'll
played,
stick
well
a pin
played,
in
well
that
played.
too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think maybe we should go down the hall. Queenie, I really think we need to look at Cassius's shoulder. She's trying to speak without moving her lips. I think you're muted, sweetie.
Oh, am I muted?
Now you're not.
No?
Okay. I
Right.
said, yeah, he seems like she's kind of like talking through her teeth. He seems rather stubborn, and I mean, it's not surprising for a man to keep his pride, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and he's probably seen some stuff. Probably doesn't want to acknowledge it. Well, let's just keep our eye on it, and if it starts dripping, then we might want to bring it up again.
Absolutely.
And then she pastes a big smile on if the guys turn around.
Cool. So we're heading back down the hallway, back towards, the salon, back towards the offices in which you came. You're walking down the hallway again. There's that long blue velvet sort of carpet that'll lead you just right there. You're walking along and you're all just making your way there. The hallway branches off into different directions as you go along. Yeah, you walk that way.
So I'm trying to find the office that I was interrogated in.
Okay, yeah. So you're trying to find that. So you go down the hallway, you make a left. You go down that hallway, you're walking some more. But as you're walking, you just see all of these like doors on each way, each doorways on each side. That all lead down into a hallway.
We didn't
Keeper,
notice
I have
these
a-
hallway
Sorry.
doors. Sorry, we didn't
No,
notice
no,
these
please,
hallway
go
doors when we. Sorry, yeah, we didn't notice these hallway doors before. Like, is this a new development as we're walking down this hallway?
No, you walk down the hallway and you were led to the two doors initially.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay, just want
Yeah. So now you're making your way back and you're walking down the hallway. And on each side of you, there are hallways that lead to hallways.
My question, Keeper, and I know we've already passed it. When we walked back in, was that potted plant that I poured my drink into still there?
It was still there. Yes.
Okay.
But that's back down the hallway now. Now you're walking down the hallway. All you got to do is turn down the hallway.
A minute.
May I have a navigate roll
Oh boy.
Oh, from all of us?
or an intelligence roll? There's just too many hallways.
I'm gonna make a general intelligence roll.
intelligence for me as well.
And fail!
Oh no, 97. Oh boy. Failure.
Yay.
Maybe I should have did intelligence. I'm like, oh no.
I did succeed on the intelligence roll.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, you're kind of leading the charge here. You're like, okay, this is taking too long. I know the way to go here to get back to where we were, and you just keep walking, and you know the way. So you start walking down the right hallway. You're going and 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 going, and it doesn't end. It doesn't stop. If you turn off and take any of those side doorways, it just leads into a hallway that looks exactly the same. The hallway doesn't end. Everyone, give me sanity rolls, please.
Good lord.
Oof.
Oof.
Okay, success.
I guess that would make sense, because if I'm the one that knows the way and suddenly the way's not there.
And then
Yeah,
Queenie
yeah.
would sort of know a little bit, and like this isn't what she remembers.
There are. This is. Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, but this is definitely not how I remember
sorry.
things.
I definitely don't remember that. And I've been here before, and this is
Yeah,
this something is not right here.
I'm pretty sure we walked longer than the width of the mansion.
Wait, I hold on.
And those that failed, yeah, you're going to take 2 sanity loss.
And then how do we change the? Because I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. How do we change the sanity again? I'm so sorry. Is it edit mode?
Yeah, edit mode in the top corner. Yeah, you can go in on Roll20 and enter. Correct.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Okay. Queenie's going to she's going to take off her necklace, and then is there like a table or something, or maybe like an area like that she could kind of place it to kind of basically, if they end up going in the same direction again, the sign would be that obviously, like, if the jewelry's still there, they're literally passing the same point.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
cool.
it's kind of
you
an
can drop
indicator.
that there.
Like,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
going
for
in
sure.
circles.
For sure, yeah. So you can drop that there. All right. So we're going to do that again. We're going to do either navigate or intelligence. Queenie will get a bonus die on this roll. But let me tell you, anybody failing this, you're going to just naturally lose 1 point of sanity. So you can choose to roll or choose not to roll.
Okay, and then the bonus, how will we roll that?
Basically that means you roll twice, and
Twice,
take the
okay.
take a better success. But
Copy
if
that.
you roll once,
Oh.
there's like a thing at the bottom where you can click bonus or penalty.
Oh,
Extreme success.
whew.
So I lost. So that's 1 point away from me for my sanity. That's gonna go well.
Okay. Yep. 1 point from the ones that failed that. But with Queenie using that piece of jewelry, it's sort of like an anchoring point to really just ground you to where you think you are, to where you need to be, all those things. And eventually you make your way back into the salon room of the Dark Tower. You see the office spaces, and you see the doors that lead to that main salon as well. What do? The offices are there, the salon's there. Where are you going?
Is anybody else here?
Nobody's out in the hallway, but
Inside
you
the
can
salon, though.
Yeah, the door's closed to it, but you can still hear the people inside. It's about the same sort of commotion that you left, honestly.
Okay.
All right.
That was kind of wild, but do we still want to make that phone call, people?
I mean, yeah, we could probably just find out if he's still in the building, because, I mean, he seemed like a man to not stop harassing when he still had the chance to harass.
I wouldn't want Mrs. Walker after opening up her home to us all, and offering us different opportunities here. I don't need for her to get in trouble over whatever that was outside.
Well, maybe let's just see if they've got a telephone, and I can make phone call.
All right, let's. I guess somebody in the salon might know there's a telephone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pedro goes to the salon, opens the door.
Yeah, opening the salon, you can still see that people are at their tables or people are mingling, but mostly people are just kind of looking confused at the stage. You've been gone for, it looks like a minute, because the last person on like the set list for tonight was Flip Wilmore. You know, who you met earlier, who had paid Cassius to perform in this play, or this reading the screenplay, and Cassius wasn't there. So on the stage, you see Flip reading it himself, right? But as you come into the room, give me a spot hidden roll, everybody.
No, poor guy.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Failure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Success.
Success.
Okay. Yeah, with those successes, we had a couple of successes. Willa and Pedro. You especially can see him reading the screenplay, but he's not reading it out of some typewritten thing. There is this book. It looks aged and worn in black leather as he reads out of it. But it doesn't sound like poetic words or some strong, rousing monologue delivered by someone such as Cassius. No, it's almost like chanting. You aren't able to really understand some of the words he's saying, especially one word that he frequently repeats, Azathoth, something like that continues and continues. His voice grows in intensity and he speeds up his delivery as there is this mirror box of sorts that is slowly being lowered above him. It sends this cascade of rainbow-colored light across the room. As it lowers and his intensity speeds up, it's almost as if you see the whole room and yourselves go into slow motion. What do you all do?
Pedro closes the door.
Okay.
I mean, that's a
Just
valid
like-
choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems like, and we're not going, nope, big nope.
All right.
Then
Pedro,
again,
cool.
let's not go to the salon. It's a silly place.
You're like, nope.
Cassius will perform eventually.
Yeah,
somewhere
Cass,
down the
there's
line.
other mansions.
When
could
we
go
have
to.
our
This is
show,
what-
you'll perform all the time.
Before we get any
trust you all
further,
when I trust Flip. But I want to do a thing.
Yeah, what do you wanna do?
Keeper, please let me know if this. Please veto this if this makes no sense. But since I have points in occult, I want to go. I've seen weird stuff like this happen in the war as well. So I want to know whether this resembles any of the weird stuff I've seen in the war.
interesting. Okay, give me one second. I'm just gonna look at your sheet really quick. Okay, so you can give me an occult roll, or you could give me a Cthulhu Mythos roll. Your choice.
Occult.
All right.
Please, dice be with me. Ah, yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
Cool. All right. So
I would say, I'm just saying, Cassius, you could spend 2 points to make that a hard.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I'm gonna do that.
go ahead. Yeah, if you would like to. Yes, 2 points of luck to make that hard success. That edit mode. All right.
Mhm.
Top. All right. So you're recognizing kind of exactly what this is. I'm not sure what you got into back in the Great War that gives you this knowledge, but you realize he is not reading a screenplay. He is casting a spell. And with that hard success that you just spent, not only is he casting a spell, the reason he's doing this in this manner is he is drawing the power for the spell from the audience. You connect this, Cassius, as that door sort of closes. What do you do?
What the hell was
I
that?
turned to the three of them and go, so remember when I said I saw shit in the war?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is some of that shit. I think that's magic. I think he's doing something to the audience, and we either need to deal with the book or the mirror or both, and we can't do that while we're inside.
Wait,
I
like
think
voodoo?
I mean,
Like worse than voodoo. Like voodoo is just
Because my family is from
us-
New Orleans originally, so
Yeah,
they've
and
also
you know
seen
that-
some things.
and you know that there are some good and some bad in that. I'm talking about the pure
The bad
bad.
juju, the bad, yeah, that we don't ever mess with.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
is
we
it
need
an
to do
option
something
for-
about that before it does something to the people inside. Because
Jesus.
I mean that's an option we can definitely take. Another
You know
option
what? I
is
really
to run
should have
away
went to
very
Sunday
fast.
school more often. That's our regret choices.
We
Like
can't.
that-
We can't run away, Pedro. They're hurting people.
Well, what
I
are we
mean,
supposed to do?
They're rich. They're rich people. They're totally. No, that'd be the wrong thing to say.
So Cassius puts a hand on Pedro's shoulder and goes, if we didn't hear people bumping their gums a half an hour ago, that would have been you.
Keeper, I would like to know. Flip did already give us the money, right?
He did give you the money, yes.
Okay, good. Because if he hadn't, that's another reason to stay.
And that's the thing. That, like, yeah, he gave you the money. The door is kind of in front of you. Door straight ahead. To your right, there's the salon. To your left are the offices.
All right.
There is a lot of people in there that I don't want to see hurt.
I
I
want to do
agree.
something reckless.
Some of those people are my good friends, so I don't want to see them.
What should we do, Cassius? You seem to know the most.
Yeah.
Okay, and I look to Queenie and Willa, mostly because they look like the two wealthiest and classiest people out of the four of us, and go, how offended would you both be if I made a scene, ladies?
I mean,
Like
if it's going to
Shakespeare?
stop him from doing whatever it is that hoodoo, whatever, spells, whatever, then do what you need to. Do what you must.
I mean, what do you need us
Okay.
to do?
Stand back and block your ears. And I open the door again. Keeper, do I have my revolver with me?
You do, yes.
Cool. I'm gonna open the salon door, and the very first thing that I'm gonna do is draw my revolver and shoot a chandelier off the ceiling.
Okay, yeah. So yeah.
Oh, I've seen this play.
Yeah. There's no chandelier in the room. The closest thing though is there's that big like box of mirrors right above the stage.
Okay, I guess I'm shooting that then.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So please give me your handgun roll.
Okay, where is that? I think that's in combat.
Yeah, you can do the combat or on your main skills page. It's also with all your other skills and such.
Is it?
Yeah. At the top,
there's a handgun. Aha. Ooh. Barely a success.
Close.
So
But a
close.
success nonetheless. Cassius, our veteran, steps into the room, draws his handgun, points it at the mirror box above Flip, and with a single shot, the mirror box shatters. For a second, the room is bathed in a blinding rainbow of light that overloads the senses, causing everyone, including our four investigators here, to pass out. Sometime later, you come to. You regain your consciousness after an unknown amount of time. The walls of the salon glow with a faint and eerie dark green hue. This is the only light in this room, but as you might sort of, wipe the crust out of your eyes and open them as the light fades in, you'll see that the room is strangely probably about quadruple its original size. Its walls are no longer straight, but now they are composed of many angles that crisscross and intersect. Now, the doors that you were standing in front of, they remain, the furniture remains in here. But now, the door, the furniture, the piano, all that's dwarfed by the sheer size and scale of this room. Also, all the audience that you saw earlier, they're not even all there, really. A lot of people are missing in here. You can see very few people. What would you like to do?
Pedro goes to the first person he sees, try to talk to him.
Yeah. So you see Alelia Walker sort of wiping her eyes. She looks up at you. Are you okay?
I'm all right. Are you okay? Did you see where everyone else went?
I'm fine. She takes in again that there are people missing, and she starts counting. Of course, you all are here. It seems that, again, even Jack Johnson's still here. You know, he's not really smiling right now, but she looks around, taking stock of her establishment here, and one moment, she goes over to a window, just starts looking out the windows, trying to size up what's going on. I don't know what happened to the people here, but we need to get this fixed at once. Do you know what happened?
I couldn't agree with you more.
Does anybody know what might have happened?
No. Cassius definitely does.
He's familiar with.
He seems to understand more.
Yeah. I know some parts of it, ma'am. It would appear that Mr. Wilmore had ulterior motives when he threw this party at your place and has engaged in a bit of the occult that we are now dealing with the byproducts of. But we will get to the bottom of it and hopefully resolve that as soon as possible.
Well, that's just... Now, I can't believe that. Now, Flip is a family friend. He's been a friend of my family, and his mother, my folks know her well. Before he went off to California, there was none of this business, this occult business, okay? So I'm frankly a little confused.
Well,
seems like he got caught up in some stuff over in California then.
I'm really sorry. Like, Willa is right back to not being able to speak to people that are more important than her, but are you sure that it's Flip that came back from California?
Well, he certainly knew me. As she turns to you and starts talking. Alelia, she is the same height as you. Tall, powerful, can look you square in the eye. It seemed like the same person. I mean, he did seem a little hurt, talked about some sort of shady business deal that didn't go through, but they're always mistreating us out there, taking advantage of us.
Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Walker.
Yes.
Cassius, Pedro, Willa, do you remember he mentioned something about redemption?
He did indeed
He said
say
that was the name of his play, wasn't it? Or something like that?
He said his work was about redemption, and would never say more than that, and that was already funny.
So you think that this is connected then? At least it appears so.
So he wants to redeem himself by doing something to... What is he doing to those people?
I think selfish artists like to use the word redemption when they mean vengeance, and I think that that's what we're tied up in right now. I think he thinks that he's owed something that he's gonna claim with everybody here.
Well, if just judging from what he told me, this is what he told me. She looks around and sees the few people that are still remaining in this place that aren't freaking out. They've kind of calmed down as they saw her stand up and start talking to you. She's the kind of person whose presence draws attention. When she speaks, people listen. And now everybody that are in this sort of crystalline, angled room are starting to crowd around you and are starting to lean in and listen. And she takes note of this. I don't know if I should say, listen, we need to fix this. I don't know if I can.
Miss, I don't want to get into your personal business, but the hall, the room is quadruple its size. If you have anything that can help us, we would really appreciate knowing.
Okay, so that'll be. Give me some sort of social roll from that, whatever angle. So a charm, persuade, intimidate.
Oh boy, they're all terrible. So let's go with you know what? Let's go with persuade. You know what? I'm feeling lucky. I think deep down we can. Nope. No, that is a no.
Queenie will kind of tap Pedro on the shoulder because I think Queenie already can pick up that Pedro isn't necessarily the best
it's my
at
frustration.
social
Yeah, my frustration. Like,
interactions.
you gotta tell us something.
And so then Pedro, I'll take it from here.
Sorry.
What I believe my friend here was trying to get across. Like myself, my parents were very concerned with me coming from Chicago to Harlem because you can get caught up into some shady business, as we know. I know that you're concerned for your family's friend, this Flip gentleman. All I'm saying is that we need as much information so we can help your family friend, your friend. So any details that you can give us, we'd be ever grateful.
Persuade or charm?
Let's see here. You said or charm? I'm gonna go charm.
Okay. Queenie. And again, you're the nice Queenie around these parts. The other isn't so friendly. But here's the deal on Flip. He's talented. One of the most talented writers that I have ever seen. And that's saying a lot. I know a lot of people. He's talented, and he wanted to take his talents from here in Harlem, where he was born and raised out west, to Hollywood. She looks around. So, let's just say there's not as many opportunities outside of Harlem for people like us. You get what I'm saying?
I'm well aware, Mrs. Walker.
So he became a ghostwriter, writing so many beautiful films. The Last Man on Earth, The Big Parade, for heaven's sake. These are all Flip's works, okay? That's gained him attention. They paired him up with another ghostwriter. He's a light-skinned guy from Georgia, I think. I don't know what happened between them, but apparently maybe this guy stole an idea from him, maybe took his money, maybe sold some idea that he originally had, but that broke him. I don't know what happened between them or what happened between him going out there and linking up with this other ghostwriter that cheated him, but I think that's the redemption that he wants. I think he wants to get back at this person. This person could pass, could be seen and acknowledged for his work. Flip couldn't. But I don't know what all of that has to do with all of this.
Well, broken people sometimes do desperate things, Mrs. Walker. And it sounds like that's what's happening right here now. But we'll take it upon ourselves to try to help as much as we can, but at least for me, I mean, maybe Cash is able to help a little bit more, but this is out of my scope of understanding.
She looks around, looks at the small furniture, looks at the door that you were trying to enter earlier. You're now in the room, of course. The door is now closed. As she just sort of scratches her behind her ear. Yeah, that's what she says.
Ma'am, if it's any consolation, when we do find Mr. Wilmore, we will do whatever we can to get him out of whatever state he's wound up in, but what matters first is the safety of you and all of your guests. You seem safe and composed now. Just do what you can to keep everyone else calm. Hopefully, if we find anyone lost in this mess, we can send them right back to this room, if that's helpful, but we're gonna look for Flip and get to the bottom of this mess.
Okay.
Also, please, ma'am, I'm sorry. Don't let anybody go outside.
I won't. It looks strange out there.
Right now.
I looked out the window. It's not pretty out there. I won't do it. And everybody's going to stay put. Everybody, it's all right. We have a hellfighter here. He's going to help us out, and his friends, the people that perform so beautifully for you tonight. It'll be all right. And with this word from the great Alelia Walker, they are calmed a little bit in this situation. Now, again, Flip's not in the room, perhaps somewhere else here in the new Dark Tower beyond those doors. But what would you like to do?
Do we see the book, or do we see any like any trail of where he might have been? Like if he was injured when the mirrors came down, or anything, any sign of him at all?
Yeah, no roll required. There's no sort of like blood trail or anything like that, or even debris
Nothing
on where the stage is. Nope, no book, no Wilmore.
Get out of this room. All right, guess I'm gonna go to the door and open it, hoping there's not a stage with lights again.
Is the mirror still shattered?
It's not really there. You know, again, the room is a lot bigger. The stage is there, but it's very small. There's no shards even. It's like that mirror is gone, that he shot, is gone. Okay.
What do the walls look like?
They're just all like angles. Imagine just like a ton of angles. I'm trying to figure out how to describe this, but
Is
Non-Euclidean, perhaps?
the Conan the Conan the Destroyer, the mirror room?
Oh, right. That's
Conan the
actually
Destroyer.
works really well. Yes.
Yes. Imagine that. I love all these references to like,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like 80s things, or, you know, in general tonight.
Nice.
But yeah, so imagine that. Yes.
Yeah. What
Lots of corners.
What does
was
Peter
that?
when he opens the door? What does
Okay,
when he
cool.
opens the door?
Yeah. So when you open up the door, you just see like kind of similar. It's just like a hallway that leads out. The blue carpet's still there. There is this cold that kind of comes in from one of the corners of the room as you open the door. Not from in front of you, but from where everybody is at. This billowing smoke starts to roll out from one of the corners, as you can hear this almost sort of growl. This four-legged creature, you're unable really to get like a good view on this thing, but from this cold smoke that it materializes in one of the corners, something jumps out directly onto someone you can see just tackled by this thing, as their face bit down from these jaws, ripped off, as blood and just matter is devoured by this thing. You hear screams behind you. You have a sanity roll.
My best stat. Oh, that is a 9. Okay.
All right, what do we got here?
I got a nice failure. Ooh.
Okay. 2 successes and 2 failures. Oof. For those that succeeded this sanity roll, you're going to lose 1 point of sanity. For those that failed the sanity roll, you're going to lose 19. Oh, sanity. For this.
Oh my god!
Oh my!
Jeez.
19 is a very big number.
This is the baloney. No, this is bull.
That's large.
Not accept this.
You roll. How do you roll a D6?
Oh my
like,
God.
No.
That's large, that number.
Big number.
It's
Okay,
too
yeah,
large.
If you have any qualms, take it up with Chris Spivey in the chat. All right. So
That roll is too damn high. Come on. Go.
All right.
This is because that you're trying to destroy our show, our dream. I see now.
We had a dream. Come on now. We need our show.
Oh God.
Oh,
We were gonna invent something new. We were gonna bring beauty to the world, London. We were gonna bring beauty to the world.
You destroyed it, you
just
monster.
Brain matter everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Willa,
All right, so that
Willa is staring at this, and she has lost, her sanity point, and she is obviously not okay. But it's almost like you see her straighten up a little bit more and lose a bit of the wallflower demeanor, and she reaches down very slowly, takes off both her shoes, and chucks them into the corner. Because we don't need high heels in this mess.
Yep, no.
Pedro sees the horror in front of him and with losing 19 points, stares, and there's a clash within his mind. His two primal aspects fighting each other, the urge to run and the urge to fight. This place is scary and he doesn't know where to run, so instantly goes to fight. He opens up his jacket, puts his hand in, and pulls out a wrench.
So here's the thing, yeah. So that's what happens in some small corner of Pedro's mind, but the rest is broken. In Call of Cthulhu, when that happens, when you lose that much sanity, this character might just become mine. Let's see if Pedro and Queenie, let's see what happens. Give me an intelligence roll just to see if you really take stock of this. But you lost a lot of sanity, so this is not something you're going to just be able to shrug off.
You know what? She said some prayers. She was like, please, Jesus, I did not go to Sunday school every time I was supposed to, but please help me in this given situation. Oh my goodness.
I rolled a 95 on my
No.
Okay. And then Queenie, you got a hard success?
Yes. I was praying. Instantly, she just went back to what her parents, how they raised her, because they were spiritual people at the Baptist church in Chicago, and she's just praying to the good Lord, please help my sanity right now.
Okay, yeah, so here's how this works. Passing this intelligence roll means you understand and can comprehend what just happened. And you being raised in the church, you know this is some demonic mess that is happening. You're going to suffer a bout of madness where I'll be able to take control of your character for a while. You both lost. That might be over a fifth of your sanity that you started with, I believe, for both of you. So you're going to be indefinitely insane. You're going to need to be in a safe space for a prolonged amount of time before you'll be really okay again. But let's see what happens with your bout of madness, Queenie. Pedro, you won't suffer one, but again, you're very shaken. So 5 on my list. I got the Keeper's Rule Book from Chaosium here.
Okay.
5. Great. So here's what's gonna happen. Queenie just screams before fleeing in absolute panic. You don't waste a second before you are out of there. You're nimble and quick. Yes, you are. You're going to head right out that door, and you're going to run as fast as you can down that hallway. While everybody else is around here, you can barely see Queenie leave because she is gone initially. What would you like to do now? This hound is in the room devouring someone before it disappears in another corner. What would you like to do?
Kelli would like to ask the Keeper a question, which is, how do I know what weapons I've got? Because I checked my character
let's see.
sheet.
So there is,
and I didn't
on
see.
Roll20, there is a combat little tab. Let's see in there.
And all I've got is brawl, which means I guess I'm going to be punching some people.
If this materializes, you just punch it. Sure, that'll end well.
Sure, I'm just going to take off my gloves and put on every ring that I own, and then we will punch it. No, we will not punch it right now. So Willa's just standing there taking deep breaths. She turns and looks at Pedro.
So question. So so basically I'm just panicking, but I'm not like mad yet. Just keeper. I just want to confirm because I failed my intelligence test spectacularly. I just want to be sure.
Yeah. I'm not going to give you a bout of madness, but you are absolutely shaken. You're going to be extra susceptible to any other, terrible things happening from this point on. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and the creature basically teleported someplace else, or like disappeared, or is like in another different corner.
It came out of a corner, ate, jumped into another corner, and disappeared. Queenie has ran out of the room, fleeing, gone. What would Cassius, Pedro, and Willa like to do? You're still in the room, and this thing is somewhere.
Well, the creature is gone, and Queenie, the famous Queenie, is running away from us. We can't let her
also
die.
gone.
We gotta solve the mystery. Yep. So I'm running after Queenie, not because of the creature, because I'm brave and I would have fought it with a wrench, but because I want to save Queenie. That's why I'm doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Cool.
Okay. So Willa just kind of is doing the as everybody starts running away. And she turns to Cassius and she's like, well, hello, friend. I think it's just us at the moment.
Just us and that thing. And I draw my pistol.
Oh, Willa's gonna look around and see if there's any candlesticks on the tables.
Okay, cool. There would be candles able to be, reached easily, yes.
Good. She's gonna reach over and snuff one out, pick up the candlestick, and get ready to use it as a blunt object.
Yes. Gotcha.
In the hallway, we're still, like, a couple feet away from the salon door that we just left, right?
Yeah.
I rap on the door very hard and then swing it open violently and shout into the room, you wouldn't happen to have any rifles in this building, would you?
And Alelia just shouts, yes! I'll try to go get one and bring it back. We gotta get this out of control.
2.
Okay. And
Thank
she
you.
is rushing out as well. Queenie has gone down a flight of stairs that are just sort of wrapping their way around. It leads eventually to outside, hopefully. And if you're following her, eventually you all would catch up with her. But not just that. As you reach the ground floor of the mansion, standing before the open double doors is Wilmore, Flip Wilmore. There are about 17 guests with him. They're all sort of frozen in dance poses, kind of like Queenie in her performance. But as you see him there at the doors, there's tears running down his face. He is upset. He is hurt. He is clutching that black book. And he looks like he's about to jump right out of the door, which seems to lead into a void. What do you do?
I am shooting him in the kneecap.
Okay.
I mean, that's valid.
Yep.
Okay.
He needs to stop moving very quickly.
Okay. If you like to shoot, yeah.
Success.
Success with a handgun. I'll say you aim, shoot. You get him right in the knee as his tears and his anguish turns from sadness to pain as he looks at you.
Wilmore? Whatever wild and wicked shit you had planned this evening, just come back with us and we can sort it out, or you can walk through that door and I will end you.
Sir, please let us help you. I don't think
giving
you want to be
everybody
doing this.
We were giving everybody a good night. They were having fun. They were enjoying themselves. This was a Hummer, and then you decided you wanted to make a whole mess of it. I don't know what you had planned, but there are other ways to make it out here. We could have made it out here together, or you cannot make it alone.
Intimidate roll, please, Cassius. With a bonus die. So after you roll it, you click bonus, since you shot him in the knee.
Hey. Failure. Or...
That does it! That replaces the 10s, which makes it 14 versus 15.
Okay. Huh.
Oh boy.
Listen, don't shoot again. Listen, I'm just trying to make it right. I went out to Hollywood, got involved with some cult, and I got double-crossed by who I thought was my partner. Listen, I don't want to have to do this. I just want to stop that thing from following me. It followed me across the country, this hound with these glowing eyes and sharp teeth. If I can do this spell, I can stop it. I can bring the Baron here, and it can stop.
Small point of order, friend. Who is the Baron? And also, the dog is already here.
The Baron.
It ate someone's face upstairs. I hate to tell you.
We need the Baron.
Who is the Baron?
The Baron.
Is it the French guy from earlier?
Oh, the Baron in Blues. This book says he's the only one that can stop him. I got this book from a book trader that said it had rare things. Zora Neale Hurston told me that this Azathoth could help me. His avatar could help. We got to get this back to the salon. If we can read it, we can bring the Baron.
Wait a minute. Wilmore, have you been at the Hobby Horse?
Yes. I bought this book from the guy at the Hobby Horse.
You are coming back with us to the salon right now, and we are making this right because you made a crucial mistake. Your first crucial mistake was made months ago. You want to know what it was?
What? What?
You went to California to get something you could have gotten in Harlem. Go upstairs.
I'm going. And listen, if you're thinking that I killed him, I didn't, all right? Queenie St. Clair's men got to him after they found out he didn't have this and that I had it. All right?
I'm sure that's true. You know who that's not gonna matter to? The cops.
Police.
You're already in the papers, friend. They don't know it's you. But you're dark enough for them to not care. Just go upstairs. God damn it.
All right.
Should he leave the book with us?
He keeps the book, in his hand, but he's going with you back to the salon.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the salon, we can see that, again, now there are bodies in this place. Not a lot, but people are sort of cowering in fear. Some people have ran out. Alelia Walker is gone. She's hopefully going to get some sort of gun. But now, being back in this room, he leads you right here. Wilmore begins to read. And let's see what happens there. Do a little secret roll.
We just told you not to.
I need to summon the Baron. I need to keep going, and the Baron will stop the hound from coming before it kills more people.
I don't think this is a good idea, friend.
Friend, I love you. I like your intentions, and I'm literally cocking my pistol as this happens. But I need to let you know, you started reading, and that's where we're in this mess. So you either need to know what you're doing, or stop what you're doing.
If you want him to stop.
I get it. I get it, right? You are freaking out. We're freaking out too.
Yes.
So let us know what's happening before you start bumping your gums with whatever hoodoo is in this book.
I just need to read. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, tell us what's the truth. Talk to us. Explain this to us. We don't know what's going on. You do. Tell us.
You're really talking to him here. He's trying to read the book. Can I just have a luck roll from you, Cassius?
Oh, God. How does one roll luck? Just click the thing?
Yes.
Just whatever I have remaining?
Yep.
Ooh, hard success in the luck.
Nice.
Okay,
Very nice.
cool. Again, the hound has been, kind of appearing pretty frequently, but as you're talking to him here, again, there's no hound activity. But he looks at you and this book says that if I summon the Baron, I can, or someone can perform for him. And it'll be a bargain. He'll be able to take this hound away. I beg you, let me read it, or if you want to read it, if you want to do it yourself. We just need to stop this hound from causing more carnage.
Is that
If it's
what you
not-
were doing when you? Is that what you were doing when we got here?
Yes.
Reading this. Then what went wrong? Is this part of the deal? Is
What
people
went
getting
wrong?
eaten in the hallway part of the deal?
What went wrong is you shot a key component of the spell, the mirror box. It shattered, and now the hound has been unleashed. There are angles everywhere. It lives in the angles. It comes out of the angles. If you wouldn't have shot it.
Okay, fair enough.
Willa-
That's my fault.
Willa is going to like gently go over and just whatever hand is not holding the book right now, she's just going to take his hand really gently. Friend, I might not be as experienced as some of the people here, but I can tell you one thing. You can't believe everything you read or everything someone tells you. Because sometimes they might be telling you something to cause even more trouble.
So, the Baron is a lie? The Baron
I'm
means me
just-
harm?
I'm just saying that summoning something worse to kill the thing that's already here, what are you gonna summon to kill the something worse? Where does it stop?
A persuade or a power, sort of like your force of will. I'll take either of those roles, Willa.
And Keeper, where are Queenie, not St. Clair, and Pedro at right now?
Yeah, y'all are all still in the big main salon room that's hound with the
Okay.
angles, but no
Are
hound
we
right
sti-
now.
Am I still in said kind of catatonic, kind of crazy?
Yeah, because I was chasing after her as well. So
Yeah, you were drugged
How
back.
far away?
Yeah,
we
she
were
was
drug-
drugged
oh.
back into the place.
Oh.
So are we
okay.
are we back to normal, or are we still kind of still? in
You're
that state?
you're not normal quite yet.
Okay,
Got
but
it.
This
so
took you out
I
for a
thought,
minute.
Oh, I apologize. I thought I wasn't in the salon anymore. My apologies.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
so
wanted
you-
to verify. as
Ah,
well.
sorry,
Okay,
yeah.
yes,
Dang.
yeah. Okay.
No
All right,
problem.
yeah, you've made your way. You're all sort of been
Copy.
gathered back
Okay.
here.
So,
Copy that.
hey, it's Pedro. I'm here. How you doing? Okay.
Okay. Persuade. Success.
Just takes one luck point to make that a hard success.
I was just about to say, I'm spending that one luck and I'm making that a hard success.
Nice.
Wilmore breaks down into tears and hands you the book. Get rid of it if you must. And he hands it to you. What do you do having this book, the Book of Azathoth, in black, aged leather in your hand?
So
I immediately want to see what the book says about the Baron in Blues.
But I've got it. I think he handed it to me.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
it, yeah.
So you could tell me
Willa?
that.
Willa, do you mind
Do you-
if we...
You want to open it and read it?
I do not think that opening this book is going to cause anybody any good things.
I'm gonna be real with you, miss. I agree with you. But we're already in the bad things. I'm not sure lead from military issue pistol can go through a demon. We're just trying our best over here.
Well, he already started it and it's halfway done.
Okay.
So it's less a stop and more an undo.
Exactly.
Okay. But quick question before we do any of that: do we have a plan to stop the jumping through corners dog?
I think this is the plan. If we reverse this thing,
But that was only to stop. Wait. If we reverse it, won't the dog just go after him again?
I thought you were going to use the
Willa
book.
has the look of someone that's like, why did you say that out loud?
I was trying to reverse it. You want to reverse it or you want not want to reverse it? What's the deal?
No, you were trying to call something else.
That's the reversal. That's it. Willa, that's it. That's a reversal. The Baron can reverse. Do you want to destroy it?
To make a deal with him? Who is this person you're making a deal with?
What do you know about the Baron? What do you
Who is
know,
he?
man?
Azathoth.
Yeah.
Is his name.
His name is Azathoth. I mean, I guess that maybe his mama loved him because that is a bad name. I don't know, but...
Is this a thing? Is information about Azathoth a thing that an occult roll will give me rather than a Cthulhu Mythos roll? Just
Nope.
Cthulhu Mythos?
Just Cthulhu Mythos.
I'm gonna do the thing. I already know how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Well, I mean... Yeah, I can't even come up with any good reason that Willow would have to even roll that, so I'm not gonna do it. I can't think of a good reason that she would know any of this. It seems to me, friend, that you're a bit like Alice, and you've gone through the mirror.
He starts crying.
I think maybe... I really don't want to say this to you, but I'm gonna.
What?
Do you really want to kill a whole bunch of people just to save yourself?
I don't want anybody else to die.
They already have.
You're right. I don't
You're a
want to
good
kill.
person. You're a good person. I've seen your movies. Your movies are fantastic. Nobody who's bad could write those movies.
Thank you.
And
Listen.
nobody who wants to hurt anybody else could do it either.
Okay, I just want to thank you. I understand. We won't do the rest of the spell.
Okay.
Here, you keep the book. We'll just
Now,
leave.
do you know anything about making this not look like this anymore?
Well, I think first his head is ripped from his body as blood splatters right on your face. The hound has reached out of this angle in the wall right behind him, decapitated.
I
His
feel
body
like I did
falls
that.
limp, falls to the floor.
I feel like I did that. Oops.
This hound, out of all the many angles in the room, following only the beck and call of the Baron in Blue, Azathoth himself, darts in and out of these angles, feasting on Jack Johnson, Alelia Walker, eventually Queenie, Willa, Pedro, and Cassius. The Baron in Blues' music plays throughout eternity. This avatar of the idiot god, Azathoth, writhing endlessly. It's something that might have quenched the thirst of this hound, silenced it, leashed it, bound this thing. But very sadly, on this cold November night in the Dark Tower, the hound is loose. Harlem has become unbound. And that's the game.
That's what I get for trying to be nice.
Oh my god!
I was like,
No!
what would happen if the candlestick, if you just broke all of the glass, like the?
Yeah.
That was my next thing. I was gonna start breaking all the mirrors.
That's why I was like, is Queenie functional again? Because she's gonna snatch
Better
this
be. I was just gonna
candlestick.
I was just gonna hit the hound with a wrench, so I had nothing.
I just wanted to shoot the thing in the head once. Just to test the hypothesis.
Why does this sound like a bad like Clue the next movie in the salon with the candlestick?
From this door, Tim Curry comes out. Well, you all done screwed up. Anyway,
And from another corner comes Bill Murray saying, "No one will ever believe you."
Oh my goodness!
listen, I'm just glad the Nicholas brothers got out before all this happened.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they did that split jump down the stairs
Woo!
of the Dark Tower to get out of here.
Yeah.
You
They're
know who's
gone.
behind this? Then it's the other Queenie, St. Clair, because there
Queenie St.
could
Clair.
only be one Queenie. She's like, no, get rid of this one. Get her out.
You can see
Omar
her
reply.
it's disappearing, but she's in the book here. You barely can see her. That's Queenie St. Clair. Y'all,
Yeah.
thank you so much for playing with me. I've had a blast. This has been
Also,
wonderful.
I'm just gonna be like a really bad history nerd for a second, but didn't Charles Holstein work for Queenie St. Clair?
It's all sort of
I'm pretty
intertangled.
Sure. I could
Yeah.
be wrong, but I'm pretty
I think
sure
he was
that
her
is,
numbers
yes.
guy. I'm
Yes,
pretty sure he
yes,
was her numbers guy.
yes.
Yeah. And there were some numbers missing from the pocket of the guy that got pumped for the lead.
Well,
No.
hell.
I didn't search the right. Oh no.
Y'all, sir, yeah, it was taken
I
by
didn't search
Torpedo.
correctly.
Oh man, I feel like if we had like 5 sessions to get through this, we would have had
Oh
so
my
much
goodness.
more.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody watching, thank you for being with us here. But Harlem Unbound, right here, you can play the scenario we played tonight, Whispers of Harlem. It's in this book.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you can play it. There's lots of side plots for this scenario. There's different entrance ways and exit points and all sorts of colorful NPCs and endings you can play through. Maybe you'll even meet the Baron in Blues himself, and maybe he might have a couple of choices for you at the end. Get this book from Chaosium. Harlem 10 is the code to get a discount on this.
Let me just say, it is a brilliant book.
It really
Like,
is.
it's brilliant.
It's
Definitely check it
amazing.
out.
Please
It's-
do.
It's brilliant.
Yes. Before we head on out, let's just go around one more time. Please tell us where people can find you. Start with Briana.
Hi guys, I'm Briana. I'm also known as Utahime Cosplay on the social medias. So please feel free to follow me at Utahime Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where I occasionally stream on my own channel, a variety of games, and also Briana DeCoster on Twitter. I'm a cosplayer, occasional streamer when I get a chance and I'm not playing TTRPGs, because that's what I love and it's consumed my life, but I have no regrets. And I also too am again always up to different shenanigans, so if you're interested in seeing more of what I get into on a daily basis, please feel free to follow. But this is a complete honor. I love being able to be a part of this game, and this was my first Cthulhu experience, so thank you so much, London, for leading us through this amazing adventure, and for fellow players. You guys are absolutely amazing, and it was an honor to play with you all. And thank you guys, viewers who are watching. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
All right, Kelly.
Awesome.
And friend.
Oh, okay. Sorry, he has been desperate. He's used to seeing the green screen, and he knows he gets treats. So, yes.
Smart
Hi,
dog.
I am Kelly, and what I would like to hear is, so then someone looks down at you and says, "Oh, good, you're awake," and we get another chance at this, because I think that would be a great idea. I'm just saying. Anyway, like I said, I am known as the Opera Geek, pretty much all the way across socials. I am a variety streamer. The current variety is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which, is just lighthearted. Everything goes fine. Nothing bad ever happens in that game ever. And tomorrow night, I will be playing a Dark Souls one-shot over on Q Times. Fun fact, I've never played a Dark Souls game, so this should go super well. I have also, until tonight, never had a character die.
Same.
Oh,
Ever.
Wow.
This is my first Call of Cthulhu TTRPG, and I came into this knowing this was probably going to be the night that my character dies.
Yeah, that's about
But
right. About right.
yeah, you can find me there, and if you go to my website, kellibutler.com, it's got all my videos, because I am actually a professional opera singer, despite the panini that is going on. And eventually I will be on stage again. And this is Scotty. He loves you all.
Oh.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Scotty. Brandon, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon O'Brien. I am a poet, writer, and game designer from Trinidad and Tobago. This is also my first Call of Cthulhu experience, so I'm very grateful to have the experience of going mad in a game. It was very lovely. You can find me on the interwebs at The Rising Tithes, that's Tithes, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitch, where sometimes I play card games or read poetry, including poems from my collection, Can You Sign My Tentacle? So if you're in the mood for more intersections between blackness and Lovecraft, definitely pick this up. The short pitch for this book is, what if the gods of the Cthulhu Mythos decided to take an afternoon and come down to Earth to ask J. Cole for his autograph? So definitely check that out at your favorite indie bookstore or on Amazon if you want to fund Skynet. But yeah, thank you for having me on here. This was lots of fun. You all are wonderful players. You all are a wonderful audience. And if you wanted to do a 5-session thing of this again to give us a chance to redeem ourselves, please, I would love that very much.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm sure that we could find time.
Yep.
Yo, alternate universe variants. These please, please. I love it. Yeah. Last but not least, Jesus.
Thank you. Guys, it's once again me, Jesus Rodriguez. I'm part of the Fanable Podcast Network. Me and my friends, me and my very funny friends have been playing tabletop role-playing games for like 10, 11 years. All of them posted. All of them a wide range of different games, from D&D to all the indies, sci-fi, fantasy, all genres, because we just like playing different games and trying out different stories and having fun in those universes. And you can follow, and the website is fandible.com, Fandible, and all the social medias. On a more personal note, if you want to follow me, I'm at Arvandis on Twitter. And also, if you're a tabletop wargaming fan, I also have a YouTube channel called Arvandis, where I go over the lore of tabletop war games.
Wonderful.
And also, I love this game, and I want it to die again and again.
All right, before we sign off, again, my name is London Carlisle. I'm an actor, TTRPG enthusiast. I am the game master of Spot Hidden, which is a Call of Cthulhu stream. Yeah, we played different settings. You know, we play Cthulhu Dark Ages, modern Cthulhu. We do all sorts of things over there. I'm also a member of Ain't Slayed Nobody, a Call of Cthulhu sort of Wild West podcast set in down darker trails. Ain't Slayed has been in the chat this whole time, so shout out to them over there. If you want some more eldritch horror with a little bit of comedy thrown in the Wild West, come on over to Ain't Slayed. We got some new episodes coming at you. Also, follow me on, my socials at London Carlisle, my name. And that's me. We're going to sign off now. Thank you, everyone, for playing. Thank you for watching, and fare thee well.